Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Um, let's see who's here. I know I've seen Logan and Jamie's at a friend's house. Cool. Hopefully, I'll still be around. I'm not going to be that long, so probably not. Hey, thanks for coming by, Kenny and Sumpit. Uh, huh. Tommy, hey Scott, how you doing? And I think that's it. Merry Christmas. Um, yeah, just I was going to do it yesterday. I had a lot of stuff to do. I want to get the I did some work on the Forza, getting it ready to go. I think that Robert Mack, I think he said that Meow and Jim and Tom and some other people, I think, want to go on this little excursion that we're going on. I think Maui does too. Um, so anyway, so I wanted to clean up the bike, go through everything. It seems fine. That back tire they put on, I still don't have a clue what it is, but when I took it over to get it cleaned, I leaned on it a little bit, and I had no problem with it. Traveler, Merry Christmas to you. Glad you could make it. Ho ho ho! And I got to get today. I got to get ready in the morning. I'm going to leave for Tat Panome, and Chuck asked me to ho 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 and give away some presents and stuff, and go to the school, which is right on. And no time to be sad if you actually don't know who Chuck is by now. You're definitely haven't been on this channel long, but yeah, so it should be a bunch of fun. I know Mitch is there. He did a live stream. I think I didn't watch it until this morning. I didn't see it until this morning. Um, they had a deal. He invited me there. I wanted to hang with my wife a little bit, and if I would have left yesterday morning, I would have been gone the 24th, 25th, 26th, and then back to the 27th in the morning with the school, and then come back here. So it would have been I would have been gone for 3 or 4 days, and figured I wanted to hang out here. So which I did, and still waiting on the other bike. Haven't heard exactly what everything's gonna cost to get done. I don't know. Did I tell you guys about the other bike? How I went to the shop, and anyway, the guy didn't want to take any money. I gave him 500 baht. I'd given him 4,000 baht to get started on the bike. He had called me and said that it needs too much or something, and he can't do it or something like that. And I said, "Do you know anybody?" He says, "Yeah, you bet." And can the guy come and get it? Blah blah blah. 2 days ago, I went over there, met the guy in the afternoon. He speaks English. His name's Moo, like in pork, and nice guy. Uh, Wet for You is the name of it. So he's used to these, and he knows the shadows. And the guy had told him that he didn't have time to work on it, which made me think he didn't know enough about the bike. So he had it over there. I talked to him a little bit yesterday, and he had it. He's gonna. I told him I want it. Pretend like it's your bike, and I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride this thing. So everything that needs to be done, I want it done. So there was a leak on the front cylinder head, so he's gonna put a gasket, redo that. The charging system was having problems. I said, fix or replace whatever you got to replace. And the cooling system wasn't 100%. You're going to do that. Plus, he has to rebuild the carburetors. And those dual carburetors are a little tricky. So anyway, so I feel content. I feel okay with this guy, but I don't know if I told you guys that or not. So hopefully I'll get it back. Probably won't. I'm going to ride the Forza wherever we're going to go with Robert Mack and Maui and that. It's probably going to be a 3 day. He wants me to call him after Robert to get a hold of him and set up. But I'm thinking of I want to go a Monday through Friday. As you guys know, my wife works, so I don't see her that much Monday through Friday anyway. Merry Christmas to you, Robbie. Hope you're well. So hopefully we'll set something up. And I'm thinking the 8th, but I don't think Robert's watching this morning. Merry Christmas, Brock. But we'll see. I don't know where. I think we're going to end up going to Kochang. I know that Bobby had said Bobby wanted. I think Bobby wanted to go too, but I don't know. Um, Bobby had said we were just there, and we were. But hell, I could go to Kochang, 10 times in a row. It really wouldn't bother me. Scott, did I say Merry Christmas and hello to you? I don't think I did. Merry Christmas. You guys are all awesome. It's been a pretty good year, except for a couple of deals with health wise with my wife and me. It hasn't been an awful year, but I think 2024, I think it rolls off the tongue. I'm hoping it's going to be. Excuse me. Let me drink some of this. I think it's going to be a good year, and I can't wait to get there tomorrow, do my Santa Claus thing, and cut all this back. It needs to be cut, but I figured I'd leave it. Be the kids. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Um, yeah. So that was it. So I'm waiting. And in case you were wondering, the bike, it's been on a couple of thumbnails. It's a older 1992 um, Honda Shadow. It's a V twin, water cooled, 750cc. I think they're 42 or 44 horsepower, which it felt okay. Like I said, till he gets it all done, then I'll decide whether I'm going to do anything with the intake and the exhaust system. The exhaust sounds okay. I wouldn't have picked that. The look of those, I'm going to call them almost like a shotgun type. No, they're not really a shot. I don't know. Wouldn't have been my first choice. I would have just run straight pipes. I hope everything's well with you, Exit Thailand. Merry Christmas to you. Uh, we'll find out. Hopefully, after the first of the year, I should have it back. And I told him to get me a little sissy bar so that I could put a bag on the back if I wanted to go away for a couple of days. And floorboards, running boards on the front, and then I've got highway pegs that are going to go on the little crash bars that it has on the front. So it should be all right. Dao Lo, how are you? Merry Christmas to you. Hope everything's well. Um, and that's pretty much the extent of the next few days. Well, the kids are my deal is tomorrow I'll leave for Tatpanam, 26. 27 we'll get up and do the deal with the kids, and however long that lasts until the afternoon sometime, I'll cut out of there and come back to Surin. Then the 28th when we get up, I've got my 3-month doctor's appointment. We both go in at the same time. Me and my wife go every 3 months. And then her not Christmas, I keep saying Christmas, her New Year's party is that night of the 28th. The kids will be here on the 27th. And then the 29th, when we get up, we'll go to Ubon. We'll get the trailer all ready, and then we'll go camping for 2 or 3 days. And then I'll be back here on the 1st, I think, or the 2nd. So we'll see. So it's going to be kind of good because I want to get some video for Trailer Trash Thailand. People have been hanging in there, actually gaining a couple of subscribers. And I think I did in the last update deal kind of promised that I was going to get some content out for people to actually start watching. And then I'm hoping twice a month, 4 days each, or 3 or 4 days each trip. And we'll see. This one's going to be with Paul. This one's going to be with my wife and the kids. So it'll be in a paid place. It's right up above Ubon. We drove up there. I think I did a little video on driving around. There were some tent campers and stuff in there. Although I'm going to park away from there. I think they have electric, but I don't think they're going to let me plug in and run my air conditioner. So I think the electric is there for the people that are tent camping to run their, their little fans to keep semi. But it's been cold here in the morning anyway. But yeah, but I shouldn't have any problem. We're only going to go for 2 or 3 days as long as I've got the trailer out in the sun. It's a little overcast today. The batteries will stay charged, and I'll be able to run the 24-volt air conditioner pretty much 24/7. I'm hoping, but the one after that, when I go, it's probably going to be. I'm going to try to do a 2 or 3 days out in the middle of nowhere, and hope that I don't get. Hoping that nothing happens, but I'm hoping anyway. Everybody's saying hello. So that's pretty much the gist of the next up to bring us through the first of the year, and then I'm hoping that the first of the year is going to be or next year is going to be good. Like I said, we were going to go back to the U.S. I was going to get all the paperwork and everything done for my wife, and we are going to try to go for 3 weeks, but that changed. She's going to have surgery, I believe, in February. Still don't know for sure. So I probably won't go back to the States until, depending on how she recovers from it all. Maybe I might make a trip by myself for maybe 7 to 10 days. I have some stuff that I should take care of. I don't have to. So if not, then I'll reschedule it. If she says, my wife's really, like I said, if I could start a business here in Thailand and hire 200 people exactly like my wife, it would be just making money hand over fist. Just want to work. I mean, she's crazy. Anyway, she almost feels, even though I think they have, she's getting out for a surgery. I mean, she feels that, she shouldn't take as much vacation if she's been off for 2 weeks because of surgery. Not exactly the way that we think in the Western world, but so probably not going to happen. But we'll see, because I really can't see going with her any less than 2 weeks. I'd like to go 3, because I've got some good friends that want to meet her, that she hooked up with when I was sick in the hospital, that helped her out. These are my close friends and family, and they want to meet her, and they're like bounced around in California and Arizona, and my family, of course, and all that. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. But I'm hoping that the hey, Mark, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Hope you're well. Head back in a few months. So you're heading back. When are you thinking about? Yeah, I don't. If she's okay and I decide to go by myself, it'll probably be. Well, we're trying to plan a get together in March. So it would be right after March if I go back by myself. If she has a surgery done in February, and that's all guessing. But I'd like to get back. It's been a long time. Well, not that long. I went back when my mom passed away, but like I said, I felt almost guilty. Not guilty, but I wanted to honor my mother and grieve, and not go visit friends and and have fun. I don't know how else to say it, because I don't get drunk and that. So but so I just hung with my cousin Rich, which was awesome, and his girlfriend Lisa. They were she was very gracious. My cousin bounces back and forth between his house and her house, and she let me crash on the couch and just kind of hang with them. So it worked out. It was okay. But the next time I go back, I wanted to go with my wife. She wanted, I wanted her to. She doesn't have any wants to live in the States, but she does want to see snow. She's never seen that, and I think she kind of wants to see, what I grew up in. Not that it's all that great. Is Kitty here too? Hey Joe, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you. Kitty says hello. Hi, Kitty. Hope you're well. I became friends with, I think, both you guys now, Kitty and I think, yeah, Robbie and Kitty, both of you. I think I did. I don't know. I'm not big on. I don't write too much. Like I wrote to this one, today on Christmas, and I write in there on her birthday and that kind of stuff. But I don't write too much. I do if I see something I like, I share it. But that's about it. Thanks, Robbie. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of it. And like I said, I hope that next year is good. I don't know. I noticed we went and saw. We were kind of hanging and doing nothing this weekend. It was absolutely nothing. And for some reason, I saw a poster saying the new Aquaman was coming out or out, and I guess it came out on the 20th or something like that, or yeah, the 20th or something. Anyway, 2 days ago, we went and seen that. It was definitely worth going to see. I didn't see the 3D version because this one we looked in the morning. It was at 3 p.m. that day. It wasn't the 3D one. Here in Surin, they show it like maybe twice in England. Like the whole theater that we were in, we get the couches in the back, but I'm going to say there was maybe 10, 15 other people in the theater. That's it. And so they don't have a lot of English showings like they would like in Pattaya or Bangkok or any place but in the Middle East. But so we did get to see it. It was pretty good. Hey Tip, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you. Maybe Tommy. I haven't decided yet. I don't want to. It's I can do one. We're not there that often, so I want to see once we actually go there how big of a problem it is for the 2 days that we're going to be there because it really isn't. I mean, I'm going to be the one that going to say, you know, we're running my bedroom air conditioner and the living room, and anybody that wants to come out of their rooms and sleep at night in the living room, then sleep in the living room. Being my mother-in-law, father, which they don't care. They got a fan, and the kids really don't either. So we'll see at that point, and then to take a shower, just shut everything off except for the hot water, and you can take a shower in warm water, which I I have to, I like warm water, especially now, man. It's cold here in the morning, 13, 12, 13 Celsius, which is cold. Shouldn't be, but it's cold to me now. Pissing down rain in Melbourne. Merry Christmas, Andy. Uh, let's see. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. Did I? But that's pretty much what I'm going to do. But it's to put enough solar on there probably cost me a couple 100,000, and I think they want 200,000 to set a transformer across the street. Um, so I think I'm going to wait. I really don't. I mean, I spent all that house and everything there was out of pocket. So I've spent a little bit more than I really wanted to. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You guys will be the first to know. Been real hot in Perth. You guys, I mean, Australia's so damn big. You got area, well, like the U.S. I mean, we've got places that are hot and places that are cold, I guess. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to actually getting in the trailer. Um, uh, I wouldn't like. I watched James. I watched him again this morning. Uh, Chocolate Man in a Van. Now used to be Chocolate Man in Thailand. I'm sure you know James and Fa. So I even at my age, see, I could do that. I could do that trailer or that van life thing because I don't have to set up a. There isn't too much physical or getting down on my knees, hands and knees to put a tent in the ground or that kind of stuff. That I could do. And my trailer here. like I said, I just got to get out there and pull it and go and see what happens, because like I said before, people said, well, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're worried about getting mugged, or and could it happen? Probably. um Chances that they have enough guys to mug me, probably, and I'll make the decision when and if that ever happens, and just say, here, what do you want? Here's all the cash I got, here's stuff that's worth money, take it all and go away. And probably, hopefully, I'm not in a bad mood or getting in an argument with Nitnoy on the phone or something and do something stupid. But no, because that and the animals. The animal thing would probably be more of a thing that would probably happen than people. I mean, if I'm out in a really really secluded area, and a bunch of guys are out and drunk and stuff, and yeah, it's possible. But I think more a snake or a cat of some kind or something like that probably be more. But I'm gonna get a big machete. I have a big knife, a couple of big knives. The Outback, what was it called? This is a knife, of what was the name of that? The Crocodile Dundee. I have one of those, but I'm gonna get a real machete, and I think I could probably fight off at least a snake, or no, I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably die anyway, but I'll die trying swinging that machete. Hey Ryan, Merry Christmas, brother Ron. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. Am I? Is Brock? Are you still here? I can't. I haven't really gotten an answer, 100% answer. Can I have a gun or no? And I most of the answers have been no, but I haven't really checked into it myself. What I should do is, um, my my in-laws' best friends are both husband and wife are both police officers, and one of them's a high-ranking something or other. I should ask him. He's really a nice guy. I'm helping him. He's trying to do coy, and he's not having the best of luck with it yet. He will. He'll get it. He's like I said. He's a good man, and I should ask him. He would probably know. I guess. No guns for a Frank. Yeah, but I'm not a Frank. I'm a Thai guy now, aren't I? We're married to Thai women that are going to take all of our money. We should be able to have a gun. Just kidding. Yeah, that's what most of the answers that I've been getting, Mark, are the same. No, and there's Brock. No, he can't get one legally. I was watching some uh, flipping YouTube thing. I don't know how I came across it, and a guy made one out of wood. It looked like maybe a rim fired 22 or something in it, and was shooting that thing. Weird. Let's see. Merry Christmas, everyone. My life has been fed, and I'm enjoying a spice drum. Well, Merry Christmas to you both, traveler. And I hope 2024 brings you a way to get to where you want to be retired, both of you. Um, Internet is crappy now. When are you going to be back? When are you going to be back to Thailand? If you know. Yeah, it is an American. I'm thinking more for a large cat or something if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, not necessarily for a person. I wouldn't. I see no reason to shoot somebody in the middle of nowhere because they're drunk and falling down or something. Like I said, more than likely, in the way my mind is now, and the sabai sabai, my wife is trying to hammer into my brain. Um, I would do everything possible to gift wrap whatever I have that's valuable, and load it in whatever vehicle they're on and help them on their way. Are there people out there that need to die? Yeah, a bunch of them. And I'm talking about the child molesters, and that area. They're breathing my air, as far as I'm concerned. But in situations like that, there's no reason for it. You're absolutely right, Rod. But they try to buy, and I'm sure they would, unless they're cornered, like me. I'm a perfectly good example of an animal now. I'm old and I'm fine as long as I'm not cornered. When I'm cornered, then there's a problem. But you're probably absolutely right. But so I think a good big machete would probably suffice. Um, like I said, I'm not going to sit out there with, I guess if they wanted to, I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff that I would have that would be worth some money, like the generator, that type of stuff. But, take it. I don't care. I'll buy another one. But I just want to retire and have a good time and a good life. And I'm really looking forward to that, being out in the middle of nowhere. My wife is not, on the other hand. But I will either get a satellite or some kind of one of those systems that you can actually page somebody if something happens, or call them, or whatever it is. Or wherever I go, make sure that I've got a signal and that I can stay in touch with her. Is this, I didn't ask, sounds good in my ear, but I know Logan is at a party, and Jamie, he's usually my sound guy. But if anybody could tell me if the audio's all right. We're worried about snakes. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not. I hate snakes. I hate snakes and I hate bugs. What the hell am I doing in Thailand? I hate bugs and stuff, and my wife eats them, so I feel pretty safe. Honey, can you eat that one? It's bothering me. But thanks. Good. Thank you. Um, but if you're thinking, no, I'm not worried about that, Mark. I'm, like I said, I'm just, like I said, there's no worries in me about anything like that, even the animal deal. I'm sure when it's my, I'm, I'm at a point in my life when it's my turn to die, I'm going to die. It's, I'm not in control of that. I'm in control of trying to have a good time, trying to retire, and have fun, which I have been, and the YouTube channel is part of it. I mean, you guys are part of making my life whole and enjoyable. I get to talk every couple of days for 2 hours in English, and instead of trying to fight through Thai, which I can't speak. But like I said, I don't think so, unless a couple of guys that were really like. All right, I'll tell you a story, which is kind of weird, but maybe it's something that happens all the time, which I think it does. My wife, when we were in Ubon, and after the party, my wife and two of her sisters, her cousins or whatever, took the two kids down to into Ubon, an hour away, and dropped them off at the bus station so they could get back to Bangkok to go back to school. She was coming down. When you come down there, you get on this one road that's kind of really dark and maybe 25 kilometers long, to where you cut off into the village type deal. And she said what happened was she came up on a truck and the truck slowed down. And she got behind the truck, tried to pull out and pass, and the truck pulled out in front of her. Tried to come back, wouldn't let her pass. And slowed down. Then she stopped and it stopped. And then it took, she rolled up and it rolled up. It did that for, she said, the 20 kilometers. So like an hour and a half of this barely creeping along until they came to that cutoff. And the two sisters said, the guy knew that she had her blinker on, knew she was going to make a left. He was in front of her. So he made the left and she went straight. The sister said, no, you can go straight and come back around to the house that way. And went around. And she said that that happened. Or the uncle said that, yeah, that happens. Now, I don't know if they would have hurt her or just wanted money or what they wanted, but it scared the shit out of her. But my wife's very level-headed. They were freaking out. She's saying, get pictures of the license and the video and blah, blah, blah. She's trying to do that and drive at the same time. because the sisters are scared shitless, and my wife is holding true to it. But so, are there people here that do that, especially out in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, I think there are. But am I worried about that happening to me? Not really. Um, I think I think my wife would have probably, if I was with her, um, said they slowed down and wanted to kind of look in the car too. And I guess the cops that she talked to here said, yeah, that they want to know, how many people are in the car. Are there, men in the car? Whatever. I guess to figure out what they're going to do. But I mean, who knows? I mean, I guess, you don't hear about a bunch of deaths and stuff, or people getting murdered. Not pretty rare in Thailand. But yeah, I think I would have just, I think I would have stayed just like that. I probably would have got around the guy, but um, would I have pushed him off in the ditch with the car? Maybe, probably not. I would have probably tried to get away from it and the situation, but just a couple of women out in the middle of nowhere. You never know. Mm, could be, Jay. Could be. But they knew exactly what they were doing. They did. They didn't want to let her. Every time that she went to go around, they did it, and there wasn't very many cars, obviously, out there. Everybody's saying hi. So, am I? No, I'm not worried about it, but I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, my wife would freak out if I got out in the middle of nowhere and I didn't have a signal and she couldn't text me or call me or anything like that. So I don't want to. I don't want to make her nervous. But I think it would be kind of cool. But and then again, am I on somebody's property? Am I on the king's land? Which should be fairly. I should be able to make that determination. Um, I don't know exactly where to go, but I'm not going to know until I get out there and just start going. And then hopefully the people are going to go, "You're on my property. You need to leave." Then I'll leave. It's not like I'm going to say no. I want to stay here. So it shouldn't be that bad, I guess is what I'm saying. But the more and more I'm checking into this, and like I said before, the Thai people and everybody here, camping's becoming a big, big thing. Yeah, Colombia might be one of the same type deals, probably more so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Ron. Yeah, I will, and I think you can use it for emergencies. You can text people. You can um, maybe even make a phone call. I don't know. I'll have to check into it. Very light breakfast and feast for lunch. Enjoy Christmas wherever you are. All right, brother. Thanks for coming by, Mark. I appreciate it. Have a great Christmas yourself, and and a happy New Year if I don't see you. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. that's that's the way it should be, as far as I'm concerned. Uh, let's see. I'm going back and seeing if anybody asked anything. Okay, I don't think so. So that's the gist of it. I'm not. It's only been 35 minutes, so maybe I'll try to go an hour. But unless you guys don't want to, although there's 16 of you hanging out, and it looks like we're hanging around 20. So, um, yeah, that's so Tat Panome tomorrow morning. Um, I was trying to think, what do I have to do that I was going to hang? I don't remember. I thought there was some reason that I wasn't going to get a later start on the way to Chuck's, but I can't remember what it is now. But yeah, and then drive there. Yeah, I think he. I don't know what hotel. I've got to get a hold of him. Hey, Douglas, Merry Christmas to you. Uh, I don't know if he has a hat. I know he's got a shirt or something that he ordered, but I don't know if he has a hat or not. So I got to ask him about that. And then he asked the other day um, to go ahead and get me a room for that night, uh, so that I don't have to go on and go to or whatever. Pay for it. I'll pay for it. But he was gonna get it for me. So I got to find out where that's at because I don't even know. It's probably I'm imagining the same unless Mitch and Dow are staying with Chuck. I don't know. But I will. It'll probably be in the same hotel. Mm, no longer good. Yeah, that's what Nikki was saying the other day. It's gone to crap, England, along with the rest of the world. I hear the same thing about the U.S. too. And Jay wants to know if anybody went to what the Glass House restaurant in Zhangtian. Any cookies this morning? Who's got cookies? So I'll find that out after I get done. I'll text Chuck. I don't think I have. I've got to take um, uh, Toby and my mother-in-law to the vet, um, just for Toby. But my mother-in-law's going to come along. She's like scratched the living crap out of her neck to where it's like raw. So my wife asked me this morning, as after I got done with the live stream, if I could grab her mom and Toby and go over visit the vet and see if the vet can give her something. She's scratching these dogs. I don't know, man. They don't have. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe I haven't asked the right question. Maybe because they don't speak English and I don't speak Thai. But I mean, didn't we get all of? I mean, my wife took care of all of the animals, but I always spent a lot of money on these high dollar year long tick and flea collars that I think lasted a year or something, or maybe I bought them every couple of months. I don't remember, but there was definitely a flea collar. Do they have that here? Anybody know? I tried to ask my wife that. Get whatever get what you have to for the animals. I don't care about spending the money on the animals. No, no, I should have. I'm going to Chuck's tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to do ho 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 for the thing he does with the kids there and at his school. 160 of them, I think he said. And I think I'm just going to have a hat and a shirt. He had a shirt made. Uh, I don't know if they didn't have a Santa suit fat enough for me or what the deal was, but I'm going to wear that. So I'll be in red on 27th. I should be, though. Thailand. I don't think Tip will ever leave Thailand. Right, Tip? You're yeah. I think it's the best place to be, or I wouldn't be here. I'm hoping that they'll let me stay. Oh, there's Nikki. I didn't see Nikki. There you are. Merry Christmas to you and buddy. I did write this morning. I like the music and I like to watch the dog run. Nikki hates her dog, by the way, just so you know. Poor buddy has a horrible, horrible, horrible life. I think I said that before. People know that I'm lying and kidding, right? But yeah, Merry Christmas to you and buddy and your whole entourage. Uh, you will have it on later today. Yeah, I don't. I see. We were driving around. When were we driving around? Yesterday? Maybe we went to the movies yesterday. I don't remember. I'm horrible. It could be. Uh, and they had little Santa suits and hats and stuff all over the place. I almost stopped and got a hat, and maybe I will. Like I said, I'll have to talk to Chuck. Yeah, it's all that she does. My mother-in-law lays in the living room with all. We got a bunch of dogs and cats and bear and stuff like that, and sit there and she picks bugs off and then smashes them with her nail on the floor and makes a little pile. And I guess that's the is that the flea collar? Maybe. Uh, They do them. They're amazing, man. If you've seen Dinner, I got to do a video on Dinner, man. Dinner the dog. What they did for that dog, it's been over 2 years now. And like I said, she could not move. She was laying on her side. She could barely like this on the ground. And they had to feed her with a syringe and water with the syringe. Um, and man, she was last night when I came back on the Forza. The dogs were wanting to come up to me, and boy, she jumped up, and she's actually can move her rear end a lot better just in the last couple of weeks. I guess it strengthens up quick when she gets out there and actually runs and barking at them dogs because they were coming up, and yeah, and she wanted to get petted, and it was something to see. You can see the smile on my face. I mean, an awesome story. I mean, the stuff that they did, and I told you a long time ago, for 3 months, all she did was cry all night long, all day. And a lady across the street, which I give her a lot of credit, she had a big set of cojones. She came over and asked my mother-in-law, can we have your dog?" And my mother-in-law said, "Why?" She said, "Because you're hurting the dog, and we will take the dog." She said, "Here, come inside." She said, "My son-in-law and my daughter let us keep this dog in this room with the air conditioner on 24/7 because she wasn't the lady." They ended up talking back and forth, and of course, the lady realized that the dog was getting taken care of. But for 3 months, man, and I made sure because I told her, I said, if she's in pain, man, I can't just, because they don't believe in any of that. The Buddhists, I believe in if the dog's in pain, I will I will take you out of pain. And and I went over there and grabbed her and moved her around, and she never whimpered or anything. And I said, okay. And the doctor said it could be 1 year, could be 2 years, could be 3 years, could be never will she regain, be able to move around again. And my mother-in-law, and my wife, and my father-in-law, and me, I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. I will do a little short on Dinner so you guys can see her moving around because she went from totally paralyzed to where she's at now. Hey, Merry Christmas, Bobby and Jai. I'm sure Jai's with you. I was over at the yesterday. I had the Forza over at the washing place, and I had my truck 2 days before that over there. So I've been by her house a couple of times, but Jai, I know you're gone most of the day. So anyway, Tony's. Yeah, I do. I have a giant vocabulary, just Thai and linguist, but just Thai is not one of my 200 languages that I speak. But yeah, it just amazes me. Like I said, I could ramble about that dog and the way that they did it. My wife looked at me, said, "See," because I was gonna put her out of her misery, and but like I said, I went over and I twisted every part of her body, and she never once yelped. Did it more than once. Uh, so did I say hi to you? There you go. But yeah, so that's the gist of it. I don't know what everybody's doing on Christmas. I'm taking my mother-in-law and Toby over to the vet, get Toby checked out. I've got the Forzas pretty much ready to go. Uh, I haven't set. I got to call Robert after I get back here. I don't know exactly when, but I'll talk to him and then I'll let everybody know. We'll let everybody know. Like I said, I don't know if Bobby still wants to go. I don't know if we're going to Koh Chang or we're going to another island or we're going someplace else. We haven't determined that yet or the dates. But I'm looking at what I'm looking at, just in case somebody's wondering, is the 8th through the 12th or somewhere in there, which is a Monday through through a Friday. And where, like I said, I don't know yet. They've been kind of leading towards Ko Chang. I know we had just been there, but it doesn't really matter to me. It's me about riding, and I can stay on a different part of the island, and I'm fine with that. But I don't know if it isn't Ko Chang. We're just there anywhere else. Yeah, I know we got to think of some other places that are kind of close. I think uh, um, Robert will be coming from John Tiem, I'm imagining. I'll be coming from, or we'll be coming from here. I don't even care. I'd like to be on the ocean, but if they're you like Khao Yai, I didn't even think about that till right now. Up in the mountains might be something. I know that Meow and Jim, he said, want to go, and I know they've been up there. My wife wants to go up there with the kids and pull the trailer, but maybe that might be a place that's 4.5, 5 hours, I think, from here. So that's not bad. Maybe up in the mountains. We could talk about it. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you, and a Happy New Year if I don't see you. Um, like Maine until January 4th. You're you're in the cold. I don't think I could do it anymore. I could go up to the mountains with like Nitnoy in the states in the snow, so she could see snow for 3 4 days with a nice in a nice cabin with a wood burning stove. I mean, it's kind of neat, But after 3 days, my looking out the window, going, "Ooh, look at isn't it beautiful?" And then it becomes, "Oh, this is a nightmare. Let's get out of here." So 2 or 3 days, I could do that. No more in my life. I was in Buffalo helping a friend, and it was okay, and I wasn't even there during like the most miserable part of winter. Um, but I'm not a. I'm done. That's why I'm in Thailand. Um, Yeah, it has been cold here. When I took the Forza over there, I didn't go over until the late afternoon, so I didn't have to put on a jacket or anything. But if I would have went in the morning, just like when we went to Ko Chang, I would have had to I would have had to put it on. That's for sure. Where's when's Jason gonna be here? Joe saying hi to everyone. Pretty good. Let's see. 29 Fahrenheit. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be that eighth that week. I still got to talk to Robert, but I think he's pretty much wide open. I haven't talked to Maui. Maui had said something when we were all in a chat somewhere. I don't remember where. That he's interested in going somewhere. Um, yeah, I mean, I like the ocean. Like I said, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it could be down in Rayong too. I don't care. Or in Tarat. It doesn't have to be on Koh Chang. Um, but yep, I'm clear. Yeah, we'll figure out something. We'll make it so that everybody wants to go. Robert, I think, wanted to go. It didn't matter. I said Koh Samet, but you can't bring your vehicles or anything out there. And I guess you get there and rent a scooter, but uh, I don't know. And the other islands are quite a distance away, per se. Although, I mean, I don't know, man. I can't remember. I don't think on Koh Mac and Koh Koot, which are right next to Koh Chang, uh, I can't remember if you can bring your vehicle on Koh Mac or not. I don't think we did. I think we took a boat from Koh Chang to Koh Mac and then came back on a boat. I can't remember, but it's something. I guess I'll check into it. No, you didn't miss anything. That sounds pretty good, strawberry cheesecake. And that's right, Christmas Eve where you're at, right, Traveler? But yeah, so I don't know. I guess there are some other islands off there, and it's not a bunch close to us unless we want to go into another country. I don't really want to do that, but well, I don't know. We'll check on it. If you can think of anything too, Bobby, I mean, uh, by all means, yes, Christmas Eve, cool. Uh, let me know or hit us up or something. Like I said, I don't know what Robert. Uh, he had we had mentioned both those. I had said both those places, Ko Chang or I think it's because I think I said Samui, but Samui is the one that's way way down. A lot of stuff we could fly. I don't know. The whole thing was to get out and ride a little bit, which, like I said, my wife's not real excited about that anyway, but it's going to happen. And I told her what I'm going to do in the future is I bought a pair of tennis shoes yesterday that my feet are numb. I mean, I don't know if anybody's dealing with any of that crap, neuropathy or whatever the hell it's called. It's a freaking nightmare. Sucks. And the worst thing about it is I know it's only going to get worse. But putting on a pair of shoes is not torturous, but it sucks. So, but on riding that new bike and anything that I'm riding, I should have a pair of shoes on instead of the thongs. If for anything, um, I've had a couple instances where I've uh, where I've dropped the bike at a standstill because my I hit sand or whatever trying to put my foot down. So it's not probably not a great idea. But anyway, so I bought them. They were 1,000 baht. They were on sale, 50% off. Can't remember where we were. We ended up going to um, Bobby's favorite place, which I was really surprised. I don't know if it's his favorite, the pizza cooker or whatever it is, the pizza place. And I was surprised they had my wife had the salmon on pasta. It was freaking awesome. It's got like the sushi, the little orange eggs in the sauce, and it was outstanding. I had pasta and a salad, and we had an appetizer of some. I was really surprised at the variety of food they have there now. Um, is and it's all what we had was decent, good. The salmon was outstanding. So anyway, in that mall that we were at, it wasn't the Robinson. It was another one in Surin. I forget the name of it. Um, it was there was a shoe place, and we went up there, and they only had uh, one manufacturer. I can't remember who, Reebok, I think, or something like that. Only one of them um, made a uh, 11 and a half or 12, 46 or something. That was the biggest size that they had. And only that manufacturer had two styles. So I had my choice of two. My problem is my foot's only like an 11 and a half, an American deal, but it's a triple E. My foot's real wide. And it's hard to find something. These fit sort of, they're going to be, it's going to suck wearing them, but I got to get used to putting them on and wearing them. So we'll see. But if you got that neuropathy and of it sucks if you don't have it. It sucks. Well, I don't know. I haven't went and tried to get any. It might sometimes. I mean, even having somebody touch my foot freaks me out. My father-in-law, like they're touchy feely, Thai people coming by when he knows that I'm sick or don't feel good and I'm in bed and he wants to, touch and he touched my feet and I had to tell my wife, tell him it's not. I mean, I don't like people touching anyway, but it's not that. It feels weird. My feet are like asleep. Sucks. Really good at the park yesterday. Really, Yeah, but I was really surprised on that. It makes me that more times if I'm going to, Robinson's or something, I might go in there and eat. I'd eat that salmon that she had. It was good. That was 229 baht, I think. And they gave you a way better portion of pasta than just the regular. I had just the spicy bacon something or other, and it's like this little, thing. That's why I had a garden. Oh, I had a Caesar salad too, but no, just a Caesar, no chicken. Yeah, because yeah, 13. Now you're not going to find not any place that I know of. You're not going to find them. And if I was, I would go back and get an 11 or 11 and a half triple E, and they would actually fit. So when I do go back home, I will probably purchase a pair of. I've got a pair of boots here somewhere. I just, over the years, I haven't worn shoes in 3, 4 years. Uh, trying to find them because they'll just go from here deeper and deeper and deeper into where they're buried here on the property or over at her mom's place or stuff like that. So we'll see. Yeah, never. These were 46s, and I think somebody told me a 45 was a 11 or something. I think it was you. Yours, the 45 is an 11, right? I think it was you, Ron, that when we were talking about it before. But you go taking mom to dinner tonight? Where are you going? Thai food? I took my mother-in-law and father-in-law to Sizzler in Ubon, and they just looked. They didn't know how. I said, "What's the matter with them? They don't know how to eat this food." uh, so anyway, yeah, for about 11 pounds. Yeah, these were 46s, and I think it helped a little bit with the width. But like I said, man, if you've ever had neuropathy or anything in your feet, numbness or whatever, it just sucks. It just feels weird. Luckily, I can lay in bed at night and kind of hang them over the edge, and it doesn't bother me. I can still sleep, um, but it sucks. Her choice. Wow. Okay. Robert. Yeah. No. Yeah. No shit. Right. But yeah, so there could be a possibility of there being a bunch of people. If you go, Guy goes, Quan and Andrew probably would want to go, I would imagine, and then Robert and me and Meow and Jim and I think they said Tom. I don't know and he said Tom and other people. So I mean that's like 10. So it could be like 15 people, which is fine with me. I don't care. The more the merrier, as I always say. But we just got to find out where we want to go. Khao Yai is supposed to be just beautiful up in the mountains. And there's some nice, like I said, I'm almost positive that Meow and Jim, because I remember looking at it because I've had that Khao Yai in my brain ever since my wife brought it up about camping up there. So we'll see. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you. I don't know. You're supposed to say Merry Christmas. You're supposed to say Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas. I'm a Christmas guy. And Happy Hanukkah. Happy you don't believe in anything, whatever. If you're that sensitive, you probably shouldn't be on this channel. But Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's to all. Pierre, you. Um, everybody's saying hi. There you go. So I don't know where to go, but we're gonna go on that. I don't know, Pierre, if you're interested in that too. But Robert Mack wants to put together something, riding somewhere to an island. I'd said maybe up in the mountains. I'd like to go by the ocean. He's on a what has he got? ADV 350. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. We're thinking about, or I'm thinking about the 8th to the, what did I say it was? 8th to the 12th? No, 8th to the 12th or something like that. 4 or 5 days. We'll see. You're Mary at work? Yeah, I'll keep everybody advised on here and anybody that wants to go. Bobby Bobby is wanting to go. I'm sure that Andrew and unless they've got no, I think Andrew was busy all the way through the first of the year, wasn't he? I think he was in John TM. Um, now that it's after the first of the year. What am I talking about? But I'm sure he would be. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know how. I mean, I was brought up with that, and then all of a sudden it became offensive to some people to say Merry Christmas to them. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes some of this stuff cracks me up. Yeah, Khao Yai is just up in the mountains. It's I don't know how to spell it, but it's just uh, just up in the mountains. It look beautiful. Some of the it's up high in the mountains. I haven't been in any real high mountains. Like I said, I got to pull the trailer and find out what places I can go to. There's all sorts of stuff that I look on the map now that are popping up as campgrounds. I mean, I think people that just have vacant land and they raise their land or something out in the middle of nowhere, and now it's a campground, which is fine to certain stuff. But I'd like to also get away from. I'd like to I know that there was some over Joe's Way, and I don't know. I know it was for tents, but over by Pachuap Currycon, and I think it was Baldy Bryan was there with his family. And in the background, I mean, they had restrooms, they had a restaurant. I mean, it was like a campground in the States almost, a fancy one that had, where you can get something to eat, you can, take a shower, go to the bathroom, all that stuff. My biggest problem is having a place to put the trailer. And like I said, I wish I could speak more Thai because I could call them up and go, I don't have a tent, I have a trailer. It's only 4 meters long. It's a little trailer, but or something like that. I don't even know. I got to measure the damn thing. Anyway, and then they could either say yay or nay. But and then going out in the middle of nowhere, that's just hit and miss, I guess. I know there's a couple. I'm trying to think of the name. There's a guy. I want to say I think he's Russian. I don't know. He's got like 4 YouTube channels, and one of them is Thailand bound or something like that. And he bought a van and then he bought a little pull behind, almost like a teardrop, but not a teardrop, but a little trailer like that. And he does videos, but his other channels were big. And the Thailand bound, I think is the name of it, is a smaller channel, 2, 3, 4,000 subs or something. But he like where I have over here by the what I call a reservoir. There's one. I think he lives around here somewhere, uh, on between here and Buriram or uh, somewhere in this area. And the place he goes to, he's been there numerous times on his videos. He's got 2 big giant dogs, and he goes to that place. And I'm gathering he goes to that place because he knows he can go there and there's not any problem with anybody. Is Joe leaving? All right, Joe. All right, brother. You take it easy. Have a happy New Year if I don't see you. Uh, yeah, Keisha went there too. Did she pull a trailer up there? Right? Was that when they had when they rented a trailer or something? But they ended up staying in a in a hotel or something. The trailer didn't work out exactly for them or not. And I know, like I said, I'm almost positive that that Meow went up there too. But maybe it's something to. I'd like to check it out. Uh, I'll ask Robert. And what do you think about that, Bobby? You still here? Or did you take off? And Pierre, I know Pierre. How far are you away from there, Pierre? Are you still here? Are you? And I forgot to ask you too. How are your pigeons? If you're still here. And a shout out to I don't know if you guys remember Misdemeanor Loretta. Didn't hear back. I almost jumped on the on my on my mail last night and tried to go back and look, and I might still do that and send her an email. I'm hoping she's all right. Haven't heard from her in a while, but I know you guys remember her. I hope everything's all right with you if you're listening, and I will try to find you and send you an email. I don't get a bunch of emails, so it won't be that hard to look. How far are you? How far are you? Better, no more. Okay, cool. How far are you away from there, Kalyai? Which is, I'm sure you know probably way better than me where it's at. Um, see you all soon. I'm off to Chinatown, Singapore. Wow. All right. If I don't talk to you or see you, have a Merry Christmas today and a Happy New Year, Robbie. Take it easy. Thanks. Um, my granddad used to say, buy shoes a size too big and put newspaper to your feet. Probably right. Uh, I would have, I would have bought them bigger if I could have. But I figured for this one, half price, $28 or whatever I spent on them, even if I can't, if I wear them and after a couple hours I want to like throw them into a gully, I can throw them in a gully and not worry about it. Khao Yai, it's up above. It's on the way to Bangkok from here, and it's up in the mountains. I don't know. Somebody, do you know who'll know how to spell it? Is Pierre? Pierre, how do you spell Khao Yai? Uh, Pierre has the some of the best Thai speaking that I've heard out of any Farang. But I'm trying to remember how to spell it. But there's a bunch of resorts up there and that kind of stuff, which I would have to do too. I mean, I'm just going to be on the bike, but that would be better for me. I think it's only about 3.5, 4 hours maybe from here, maybe a little more, 4.5. So it's actually closer than going to Koh Chang. And and then because I don't know if Robert wants to really ride together, and if he does, I'm gonna say, well, why don't you come to Surin, and then we'll take off out of Surin. So I'll see what they want to do. But I know Pierre will know how to spell it. Oh, there it is. Bobby Sam. Khaoyai National Park. I don't know. It looked gorgeous to me. He's saying Kaow, 417 kilometers, Nakhon Ratchasima province. Um, wow, that's quite a ways from you. Of course, it's closer than Koh Chang, then, right? I'm gathering. Uh, yeah, exactly. A lot of ties up there. Like I said, man, it's becoming a big deal because I think that it's something that most of these places have tents, and they'll rent them to you for 10 baht or something ridiculously cheap, and to spend the night there is cheap. So it's like an affordable way for a family to go, just like it used to be in the States. I mean, they took that away from people when gas prices went to $8 a gallon, and then on the lakes they were double that, $16 a gallon. And they're saying, "Oh, there's no big deal. We're trying to do the best we can with these gas prices." That was the American dream, man. When I was younger, our biggest thing wasn't, can I have the next Xbox game? It was, where are we going camping this year? And it was always Bass Lake for 2 to 3 weeks. And, it was something that if you had a station wagon and a couple of tents, and my uncle had 7 kids, I mean, we all got together, probably 25 of us. and you could go out in a campground and you know have a great time for a little bit of money. So I don't think anybody in the United States ever looked at that as the American dream. They're just, oh, gas is expensive, it's no big deal. Well, it's a big deal to the guy that now cannot afford to put gas in his car to take his three kids camping for the weekend because he makes $15 an hour and has three kids and a wife and I mean it was a big deal. That was the thing. The vacations and camping was it when I was a kid. I don't know how it is now. I guess you keep your kids quiet by just buying them Xbox shit and throw it at them so they get dumber and dumber as they sit in their rooms. Hey Ted, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, my friend. Hope you're well. But that was it between Coach and away from each other. Yeah, yeah, you're far. Well, you're probably you're probably the same distance, right? Yep, between Cali and going far away from each other, but probably the same distance for you to go. I think. Yeah, I believe so, Ron. That's why I'm here. The Skechers that I saw, they had Skechers at the first place that I went on, and I was looking for a slip-on because for me to, I'm too fat, and it's hard for me to get over and tie a shoe. They didn't make them in, I think, for the whatever the largest size they had, it wouldn't fit. Nice shoe. I liked them. There was a slip-on. It was awesome. If I could have got it in the right size, that would have been the ones that I bought. Um, what's that? Tacoma Tsushima, I guess. I don't know. Are we talking about Kalyai again, or are we talking about something else? Or Skechers? Just Skechers. I haven't worn anything. I've been retired for a long time now, and I'm going to say I've worn shoes 10 times in 10 years, and always in mine. I'm going to say this right. My flip flops, not my thongs, my flip flops. Um, I haven't, and I should have it every time I get, and even on the scooter, I should have them. I don't ever wear them. Yeah, I don't know. I hope we're all talking about the same place, but Kalyai is the place up in the mountains. It's right where they're building all that new. I think the cutoff is right where they're building all that new highway up on the concrete pillars going across over by that giant lake that's there. Somebody will know. Pierre will probably know. I always told my wife I want to go on that lake. Can I go on there? Is there fish in there? Can you boat on there? Can you? And I think you can. Um, size 9. It's underwear. Yeah, no kidding. That's why they kid me about doing that. So I have to call them flip flops. Um, yeah, so that's not that far from you, right? I wish I knew all the names. But a gigantic lake. It's the place that you can do 120 or 50 kilometers in 3 lanes. They have from 90 to 150. I don't know, and that's where the cutoff is going to Kalyai. Because I can't be that far from you if I'm thinking where you are. Yeah, I just call them flip flops now. I've learned my lesson, Ron. Uh, but that was it. I mean, you see the what I considered thongs when I was a kid are those cheap ass, this thick, the ones that have the plastic or the rubber, toe deals that go to a one little thing that pulls through the bottom of the thong, and that was all we had back then. We didn't have anything fancy like they have now, and we were happy to get those. Still far, still a 7 hour. Wow. Okay. But yeah, from everything that I seen up there, and the kids see it was going to be a spot for us to go camping because we could have the kids actually with the car. They're getting versed in driving now. The Suzuki pretty much. Sim has been driving it all over the place, having to go all the way across Bangkok to teach that she has to do for her last 3 months in college to get her teaching credentials or whatever. Um, so it's where they could meet us, up there and um, and go camping. So, and we probably will. So I'm game for that because I can be up there on the bike. I can look around. I can visit places and and find a place that will let us pull the trailer. Yeah, not that I knew of. most of the most of the stuff that came out of the what I call the sex, drugs, and rock and roll um, 70s, early 70s. The girls were into hippie stuff where I was. They didn't wear any underwear and they didn't wear any bras. The only thing that was bad that I didn't like is they look like me under their arms back in the day. But I guess I learned how to put up with that for uh, just you had to for some of the women anyway. Bloomers, I'm saying not quite that far back. Uh, yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think when I mean, they didn't have bathing suits like that either. They had bikinis, but there wasn't any. What do they call it? Floss or whatever they call that now. Uh, and until I want to say, I don't know, man. 90s, early 90s, maybe late 80s. I don't remember. My mind. I was still in sex, drugs, and rock and roll all the way through the 80s, so wasn't good. I might I might need one if I might need a bra. But the Yeah, so I don't know. I'm game for that. If you guys want to keep that in there, I'll run that by Robert, and he can run it by whoever on that end wants to go. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Hope you're well. What did I watch of your the latest ones? Christmas dinner, some kind of a chicken, not enough gravy. I'm trying to remember. I'm old. More gravy, no corn, more potatoes. It wasn't bad, right? And 200 baht instead of two something. If you guys aren't subscribed, please come on up. How come it's not coming up? There it is. Uh, Subscribe to it's right in the way. Expat Paul's. It give you a good, especially if you're going to be in and around Bangkok. Uh, he does stuff on both up here to down here as far as price wise food around Bangkok, and I think you do a good job on it. Um, Joking, I know you were, but yeah, I think maybe I'll check into that Khao Yai. I don't know what are you do. What are you doing today anyway, Bobby? Are you home or are you out and about? I'm trying to think of what I got to do. I got to take. I'm gonna end this thing pretty soon. 10 minutes. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. I'm already 20 minutes over. I got to get Toby to the vet and see what he thinks about that scratch. And I told my wife just take him to someplace and have him treated. But I don't know. They don't like spending money, man. Really, really weird. Sometimes it's hard to get them to to spend. And I told them the animals are the probably the place that I'll bitch and whine about spending money, even though I know I'm going to spend money. It just makes me feel better. I told my wife, still going to spend it, but let me bitch about it a little bit. And but one thing I won't probably even bitch about is anything for the animals. Going to it tomorrow. Yeah, okay. What's there? You guys are doing, at least you're doing some sightseeing. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I was going to, got to take Toby, and then after that, I guess I'll get ready to go in the morning to Tatpanum. Am I saying that right? Tatpanum? To Chuck's place. Probably leave in the morning. Oh, you got a cat? Yeah, I'm okay. All right, up and cup. Thank you. We're going to take Toby. Okay. 10 minutes. She brought me chicken. Pretty good on that air fryer, man. I'm telling you, it's not burnt too bad, and it is like completely juicy. I'll have that for before I go. What time is it? Still early. It's only 10 o'clock. I guess I'm getting a before lunch snack. Maybe I'll only eat a part of it. But all right. Let's see. Yes, that was her. They went on my birthday. We went to I told you, the place that has the track that goes around in Robinson's. You know, the where you grab hot pot. And I eat only the sushi. I mean, my wife gets some of this. She'll make some shrimp or something for me. But this time, instead of $3.99, they had $4.99 that included beef and pork and all that stuff. But you still only had the two-sided, because my water deal, because it's got spicy whatever and tom yum and the other side regular. And you cooked the beef in there, but the beef was good, man. It was really really tender. They had some uh, Australian and some other stuff. It was good. It was pretty good. Yeah, way far, way better. She does a good job, man. I'm surprised. She is a good lady. Hey, Jack, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's to you. Yeah, that's it. That looks like the right name. That looks like it, right? It's good. But I usually go up and eat the sushi, but that and the fried shrimp that they have and the little, I don't know, what are they called, dumpling type deals. I'll eat some of those, and then mostly I'll have the regular salmon sushi, uh, and then I pick a couple of the sushi deals that are wrapped or have caked on those eggs around it, and then I scrape the eggs off, put it on the top of the salmon sushi, and eat that. It's pretty good. That's my favorite. So we went there. 2,000 baht, but 2020 something. I don't know, but it was pretty good. Like I said, it was 100 baht more for this. I'd never seen it before. This beef add-on or whatever. Yeah, we have Japanese. They have that there at ours too. It's pretty good, right? I've eaten it a couple of times. Sometimes after I get done, if I'm tired of eating the 30 pieces of sushi that I ate, I'll grab a little bit of that curry. Ah, cool. That's perfect. Yeah, because I know that Maui wanted to go too. So, and again, I think I said hi to you, Jack. But I hope you have a good Christmas and a happy New Year. And I think I'm going to sign out. It's almost 10 o'clock, and I want to get Toby over there. Okay, yeah, they should be a little bit closer. I would think, Patea. They should be quite a bit closer, which is okay. I mean, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what Roberts wanted to do a bunch of riding. We could do a bunch of riding once we get there, and wherever we're staying, we could. Because, like I said, I'd like to look around and find places up there that I could bring the trailer. Hey Sam, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year if I don't see you. Yes, I get my wife the soft boil and egg and out of the Korean rice. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. The once in a while for me, that's my treat that I'll go. Sometimes I'll go during the lunchtime just by myself and treat myself. But it it's good. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to wind it up. It's been an hour and 26 minutes. She didn't bring me any ice. And all right, let me get situated here so that I can. Yes, so everybody knows Richard of Richard Travels is man, the gentleman that did both my intro and my outro on the live stream. Richard, you're the man. Hope everything is going well for you. And I'm trying to find. Oh, I should play this though before I go. Let's play this. And I do appreciate all the birthday wishes. Thanks, everybody. And now I guess I'll say I hope everybody has a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. And I will catch you. Let me find it over on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Probably do one before the end of the year, I hope, and we'll have a New Year's thing. I will catch you.